Tonight we're celebrating this graduating class of the 2017 Veterans Entrepreneurship Program, the 6th year of this program at UTC. In the 6 years, including this class, we've had 95 veterans complete programs. Today, 37% of our UTC VEP alumni now own their own business. 9% are pursuing higher education degrees, and 3% plan to launch their business within the next 12 months. Over the last 6 years, we've built a VEP community that brings together program alumni, current VEP delegates, instructors, mentors, funders, and other members of the business community. And the ripple effect of this program's success is having a positive impact in Chattanooga, in our region, and nationwide. At our opening reception this year, VEP participants met several of our program alumni and heard the stories of their struggles and success. I'm so pleased to see many of our alumni here tonight. If you're an alumni, would you stand and just let us recognize you? These individuals represent a variety of successful businesses: sports medicine and wellness, a craft brewing company, online accounting, personal coaching, media production, technology companies, security companies, and more. And the success of these businesses aren't just benefiting our VEP graduates who own them. Our VEP alumni are hiring other veterans to work in their businesses. They are partnering and contracting with other veteran-owned businesses. They're creating a positive impact in Chattanooga and other communities, and they're paying it forward by providing encouragement and expertise to other VEP alumni. They are also stepping it up to provide support for this program. As I mentioned earlier, TriStar Cyber Solutions, a business launched last year by one of our VEP graduates, is one of the donors of this year's program. It's wonderful to see so many ways members of our VEP alumni group support one another. So many members of our business community have become involved in the VEP. They teach in our classroom, provide tours of their businesses, share their contacts and expertise, and provide so much support for our graduates. We couldn't offer this program without them. They've become cheerleaders for our graduates and true ambassadors for the Veterans Entrepreneurship Program wherever they go. And the ripple effect of the VEP community goes beyond the region. Not only does the UTC program have graduates across the United States, but the VEP Consortium has 4 partner institutions: Oklahoma State University, the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, the University of Florida, and the University of North Dakota. Across that consortium, we now have an alumni group of more than 600 veterans. And so tonight, we celebrate the newest additions to the VEP family, the class of 2017. We applaud this class for what they have already accomplished and for the impact that we know they will have in the future. Between the 5 weeks of online classes, this past week of boot camp, this year's VEP delegates have now completed more than 80 hours of coursework and workshops. The work culminated this morning with the delivery of their business pitches to a group of judges. I know you're all glad that's over with. Yeah, amen. They have absorbed an incredible amount of information during the past 7 days, and they've worked from morning till late at night. I can attest to that. I know some of the folks that have worked with them can attest to that. The VEP class of 2017, as you join the ranks of our graduates, know that you're now a part of the VEP and UTC family. We want to continue to hear from you, support you, and encourage you. We also want you to network with our other VEP graduates from other years and use that network for support to support others. I challenge you to take what you've learned, forge ahead, and build your dream. For the true measure of success of this program is that you launch your vision. Before I close my remarks tonight, I do want to say a special thank you. I'm so pleased to announce tonight that our VEP presenting sponsors, Amy and Mike Walden of Walden Security, have recently presented us with a generous gift that will allow the UTC College of Business Veterans Entrepreneurship Program to continue and to have a positive impact long into the future. Mike. Mike and Amy have been longtime supporters of this program from the beginning, but not only financially, but also sharing their time and their entrepreneurial story with their delegates each year. Thank you so much for your support. We're so proud to have you as sponsors, and we're so pleased that you're here with us this evening. At this time, I would like to ask Ms. Sharita Davis and Mr. Eric Ratliff, two of our 2017 VEP delegates, to come forward and make a few comments about this year's booth.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Past elected, Sharita and I come up and say a few words about the experience. So what we did, we asked our classmates and now fellow graduates and business partners and associates to write down their own words about the experience, so to make sure that we weren't just doing this from our own perspective. And two things came through loud and clear from those over 20 comments that we received. Some people I can tell were white. One was the sincerity of the instructors, the volunteers, the helpers, the mentors, the business community, everyone that we have come in contact with, the former graduates that we have come in contact with since last Sunday, greeted us with a very sincere and warm, and it's like he was coming to a family reunion, except we didn't have that crazy uncle in the corner. He got fired. It made you feel welcome, and you felt that when they said, if you needed anything, give me a call. Here's my card. If you have a good idea, just give me a call. I have something that might be of help. I know someone in your business. Here's their information. I already told them about you. Give them a call. Now, I don't care, Chamber of Commerce, Rotary Club, and all those entities that are supposed to facilitate that kind of communication, they never show that kind of communication. They never show that kind of love, and they sure don't show that kind of commitment. And that's what we received. The other thing that just came through that was so clear was that, look, it's going to take some work. But everything was laid out in front of us. Everything, to include an exit strategy. I don't have my website. But I know what I need to do to sell my business for $55.7 million. Or I'll call my associate Chris if my son doesn't want to do this business. But I'm sure you can find somebody that does. But you know, your mindset and everything changes, because now you look at everything as an opportunity, how things can be made better, how they can be fixed, and most of all, how you can help somebody. And we just want everyone to know that we had the most incredible, blessed, happy, tiring, frustrating, mind-boggling time of our lives, but it was all worth it. And to all of you, class of 2000, spring of 2017, please stand and let's salute you.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? All right. So let's give it up to Eric. Wasn't that wonderful? I'm going to add a little bit more to it. I'm Sharita Davis, another member of the class of 2017 VEP program. And I just want to reiterate some other things that we learned this week. Actually, it started last Saturday. Dr. Morris taught us, no, he didn't teach us, he drilled into us that entrepreneurs must use guerrilla tactics in order to be successful. Let me back up. I want to have Jim stand up. Where's Jim? From the class, please stand up. All right. So, I'm sorry, I got to start over because as Eric said, this was a collective effort to get everyone's perspective on how they felt about this program. So Jim emailed me and said, hey, you need to include this in the speech. I'm like, okay. I didn't know what it was, but I'm like, all right. So here we are. I just added a few more words and here we are. So I'm gonna start over. So Dr. Morris taught us, no, he didn't teach us, he drilled into us that entrepreneurs must use guerrilla tactics in order to be successful. He said, this is the most important strategy and you must put it in your DNA. Y'all agree? All right. So during the American Civil War, bushwhackers were used to battle during intense warfare. Bushwhackers, I didn't know what a bushwhacker was until today. Bushwhackers were generally part of the irregular military forces on both sides. They were well organized, bold, dynamic, and ferocious in their attacks. The VEP class of 2017 have decided that we are not just going to use guerrilla tactics. We are going to be bushwhackers as we attack our business ventures. So at this time, I would like to have the entire class of 2017 stand up on your feet again. And as military personnel, we all know how it goes. We normally use chants, who was, and all of that. But tonight we're going to do this. When I say VEP, you're going to say bushwhackers. So if you go like VEP, you got to say it. Yeah. VEP. Bushwhackers. VEP. Bushwhackers. And we would like to thank again all of our sponsors, our donators, the donors, the teachers, the staff, the chefs, everyone. We just sincerely give you our warm gratitude, VEP class of 2017. I forgot something. It wasn't in my mind. The class of VEP 2017 would like to bring up Sandra. Where are you? Okay, Sandra. I'm sorry, I forgot it wasn't in my script. We decided that we wanted to collect funds to offer you a gift because you have went way beyond the call of duty to ensure that all of us had what we needed. So we collected a fund. We knew you were having some back issues. If I can personally do it today, I would, because y'all know I do massage therapy too. I'll hook her up. But instead, we got you a gift certificate, and you can use this as you see fit. Okay. We're going to now bring up Bill, Frank, Rick, Bill, Frank, and Rick. And we have something else to present to these personnel here at the University of Tennessee. University of Tennessee. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Now, y'all might want to put dark
Right?
but I think everyone in the class is signed a special thank you for your hard work and everything you've done
This is yours.
And Rick, can we have Rick up?
Don't email me no more.